kit review is of the 1970 Dodge Charger that was used in the Fast and Furious movie. This is Dominic's Charger, and this is a 1/25th scale model by Revell. And there's a picture of the finished model, and you can see this very large air intake on top of the supercharger, the roll bar. This is the car. Dimensions, colors needed. Some more model pictures of the actual model, and let's have a look inside. Looks like we've got a lot of parts here to go through. First of all, here's our glass. That's fairly nicely modeled. We have a look at our body here. It's mounted on the chassis and subframe. So that's fairly well molded. I don't see any flashing. No real mold lines. We've got some engine bay parts here. That's a nice body. Here we have our tail lights and wheels. We've got some nice tread on there. And we've got those little pins there for the wheels to move. We've got the subframe and chassis here. Nicely molded, good level of detail. This sprue here has our drive shaft. Looks like we also have some brakes, disc brakes there, and some engine parts. Looks like maybe some suspension parts as well. Here's our suspension. Over here we have our rear axle with a differential. We have over here, this is our radiator. Here's the firewall. And we have rear suspension. There's old brace style suspension parts. More parts here for suspension in the engine bay. And possibly our battery there. Here we have our seats, and looks like the tail. This could be part of the front with the fog lights. Here's our pedal box and steering wheel, steering column. And here's the inside of the doors, our dashboard and center console. Here we have our engine parts. This is the main block with the transmission, the heads, our belts, all kinds of other part distributor cap here, hoses. Here's our oil pan, all nicely molded. We have our hood and our rear bumper of exhaust and roll bar, another belt here. These are all nicely molded, good level of detail. Here we have our chrome, and let's have a look at these chrome parts. There's the front grille. It's going to need to be painted black, so that needs to get stripped down. Most of these chrome parts are okay. This next sprue here has the wheels, which are going to need to get painted, and some other engine parts. Our bumper here. We do have some decals, nicely printed. And let's go through our instructions here. Some details about the car. colors needed and the codes. And the engine, it's the engine construction, exhaust, supercharger goes on there, belts and the fan. We start to build the cockpit here. Dashboards put together, and finish up the cockpit with the doors, sides. You build the body with the windshield, steering column. We mount the engine and cockpit as well as body onto the chassis. Radiators put in place. Next we start to build the suspension here. Rear suspension, old school style. Rear axle. We put our wheels on there. So it says we have some options. You could do the drag slicks. Those are the back ones there. Those go on the back. Then engine bay parts are put on. The front bumper. And more body parts, including the rear bumper, lights, and then the hood. Here's the painting and decal guide. So all in all, fairly well molded, good level of detail. That'll be a great model to build.